Hey, English learners! Let me ask you something. Can you answer a simple question in English without translating it in your head first? Don't think too long. Just imagine someone asks you, "What did you do yesterday?" Could you answer immediately, or would you first think in your own language and then translate your answer into English? Today, we're going to find out.
We're going to ask you 30 real questions. Some are easy. Some are going to make you think. And the last questions, well, let's just say they're not as easy as they look.
Here's the challenge. Listen to each question. Don't translate. Don't worry about making a perfect sentence. Just answer naturally. We'll give you a few seconds to think, and then Alex and I will show you how a native speaker might answer.
And at the end, you'll get your score. So keep track. How many questions can you answer? 5, 10, 20, or all 30?
Ready? Let's see if you can think in English. Question number 1. What did you have for breakfast today?
I had some toast and coffee. Nothing special. But honestly, coffee's always a good idea.
Exactly. And remember, your answer doesn't have to be the same as ours. You could say, I had eggs. I skipped breakfast. Or, I had absolutely no idea what I was doing this morning.
That's also a valid answer, especially on a Monday.
Okay, let's keep going.
What do you usually do after work or school?
I usually go home, make dinner, and relax for a while. Sometimes I watch something on TV.
I go home, grab something to eat, and watch YouTube. That's my routine.
Simple, natural. That's exactly what we're looking for. You don't need complicated English. You need English you can actually use. What's your favorite food?
My answer is easy. Pizza. Always pizza.
I'm going to disagree with you. I'd probably choose pasta.
Okay, that's a serious disagreement.
We're already fighting, and we're only on question 3.
Don't worry, we're still friends. Probably. Where are you from?
I'm from the United States. I grew up in a small town, but now I live in a big city.
And notice how simple that answer is. You don't need to give a long speech. You can simply say, I'm from Poland. I'm from Vietnam. I'm from Japan. I'm from Canada. Then add one more sentence if you want.
For example, I'm from Poland, but I live in Germany now. What do you like doing at the weekend?
I like meeting friends, going for a walk, and watching movies.
I like relaxing at home and spending time with my family.
Okay, that's 5 questions. How many did you answer? Remember your number. We're going to check your score at the end.
Quick challenge. No answers this time. I'm going to ask you 3 questions. Try to answer all 3 without translating. Ready?
Question 1. What did you do last weekend?
Question 2. What's your favorite movie?
Question 3. What are you doing tomorrow?
How did you do? If you answered all 3, great. And remember, you don't have to be perfect. The goal is to respond.
What are you doing this evening?
I'm probably going to stay home and relax. Maybe I'll watch a movie.
I'm meeting a friend for dinner. Or, I'm just going to take it easy.
Take it easy is a very natural expression. It means to relax and not do too much. What was the best part of your day?
The best part of my day was probably having lunch with a friend.
The best part was finishing work early.
That's a good answer, especially on a Friday.
Definitely.
What do you usually do when you're tired?
When I'm tired, I usually make some tea and watch something relaxing.
I usually do the opposite. I tell myself I'm going to sleep early, and then I stay up for another 2 hours.
That's very realistic.
Unfortunately,
What kind of movies do you like?
I like comedies and action movies. I just want to relax and have fun.
I like movies with a good story, but sometimes I just want to watch something easy.
Exactly. Sometimes you just don't want to think. You just want to watch. What's the last thing you bought?
The last thing I bought was a new notebook.
I bought coffee again.
We are starting to notice a pattern.
I like coffee. What can be fei?
Okay, that's 10. Halfway through the first 20. How are you doing?
Quick challenge. 3 questions. No translation. Answer as quickly as you can.
What makes you happy?
What are you good at?
What's something you want to learn?
Did you answer all 3? Good. Now let's make things a little harder.
What would you do if you had a completely free day tomorrow?
I'd probably sleep late, have a big breakfast, and go somewhere I've never been before.
I'd spend the day outside. Maybe I'd go somewhere near the water.
That sounds much healthier than my plan.
Maybe, but your plan has breakfast, so it's not bad.
What's something you really don't like doing?
I really don't like cleaning, especially cleaning the kitchen.
I don't like waiting in long lines.
Nobody likes that.
Exactly. That's why I avoid supermarkets at the weekend.
What makes you happy?
Spending time with people I care about. And good food.
For me, it's probably traveling, laughing with friends, and having a quiet morning.
Notice how natural those answers sound. You can connect ideas with and, also, especially, or
You don't need complicated grammar to express yourself.
what's one thing you really want to learn?
I'd love to learn another language.
I'd like to learn how to play the guitar.
Maybe one day.
Exactly, one day.
What would your perfect weekend look like?
My perfect weekend would be simple. Good food, good weather, no work, and plenty of time to relax.
That sounds perfect. I'd add one thing, a trip somewhere new.
Okay, now it sounds expensive.
Maybe, but it's perfect.
By the way, if you're still here, you're doing great.
Seriously, you're not just watching, you're actually practicing. And if you enjoy these real English challenges, subscribe to the channel. We're going to keep practicing real English together.
But don't subscribe yet if you haven't finished the challenge. You still have 15 questions to go.
Exactly. Let's see how far you can get. Challenge number 3. This time, answer quickly. Don't search for the perfect words, just speak.
What are you looking forward to?
What's something you used to do but don't do anymore?
What would you change about your daily routine?
How did you do? If you had to translate every question, that's okay, but next time try to answer with the first English words that come to your mind.
What have you been doing lately?
I've been working a lot lately, but I've also been trying to spend more time outside.
I've been learning something new. It's been challenging, but I'm enjoying it.
What have you been doing lately is a great question to use when you haven't seen someone for a while. What do you think about working from home?
I think it's great because you don't have to commute, but sometimes I miss talking to people face to face.
I agree. It can be convenient, but it isn't perfect for everyone.
And sometimes your kitchen becomes your office, and your office becomes your kitchen.
That's a little too real.
What's something you used to do but don't do anymore?
I used to stay up really late. Now I try to go to bed earlier.
I used to play video games all the time. Now I don't have as much free time.
Used to is a very useful expression. It means something was true in the past, but isn't true now. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live?
I'd probably live somewhere warm, near the ocean.
I'd choose a beautiful city with lots of things to do.
So, we have very different answers.
Apparently.
What's the best advice you've ever received?
The best advice I've received is don't worry about things you can't control.
That's a good one. I'd say just start. You don't have to be ready. You just have to begin.
I love that. And that's question 20. 10 more, but they're getting harder.
Quick challenge. No help, no answers, just you.
How would you describe yourself?
What is something you've changed your mind about?
What's something you wish you had more time for?
These questions are harder, right? That's okay. If you struggled, that's actually a good thing. You're stretching your English.
Okay, final round. This is where the challenge gets serious. Don't translate, don't search for perfect grammar, just answer. Ready? What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to my next vacation.
I'm looking forward to having more free time.
What do you mean by that?
That's a tricky one. You can imagine someone says something you don't understand. You can simply ask, "What do you mean by that?"
It's one of the most useful questions in a real conversation.
How would you describe yourself?
I'd say I'm friendly, curious, and sometimes a little impatient.
I'd describe myself as positive, hardworking, and independent.
That's a good answer. What would you say to someone who feels nervous speaking English?
Don't be afraid of making mistakes. Every mistake is part of learning.
Just speak. You don't have to sound perfect. You just have to communicate.
Exactly. That's the whole point of this challenge. What's something you wish you had more time for?
I'd like to have more time for my family.
I'd like to have more time for traveling.
What would you do differently if you could start again?
I'd probably worry less.
I'd take more chances.
That's an interesting question, isn't it? What's something you've changed your mind about?
I used to think I had to have everything planned. Now I think it's okay to be spontaneous.
I used to think I needed to be perfect. Now I think progress is more important.
That's a good one. What makes someone a good friend?
Someone who listens, someone who supports you, and someone who makes you laugh.
I'd say someone who's there when you really need them.
What's something you believe everyone should experience at least once?
Traveling somewhere completely new.
I'd say meeting people who are very different from you. It can really change the way you see the world.
That's a great answer.
Okay, final question. This is your last chance to prove you can think in English.
If you could ask a native English speaker one question, what would you ask?
What did you come up with?
There are no wrong answers, and if you answered that question in English, congratulations, you just completed the challenge.
Okay, it's time for your score. How many questions did you answer?
If you answered 5 or more, you're getting started. 10 or more, great job.
20 or more? You're doing really well.
And if you answered all 30, you might be thinking in English more than you realize.
But remember, the goal isn't to answer perfectly. The goal is to respond, to communicate, and to keep going.
Now we want to know your score. Write it in the comments.
I answered, and add your number.
For example, I answered 23 out of 30.
And if you want, tell us which question was the hardest. That way we can see which questions English learners find the most difficult.
And here's your next challenge. The next time you watch this video, try to answer the same questions faster.
The first time, you might need 3 seconds. The next time, maybe 2. And eventually, you might answer without translating at all.
That's how you build the habit of thinking in English, one question at a time.
If you enjoyed this challenge, subscribe to Make English Easy.
Because we're going to keep practicing real English with real questions, real conversations, and new challenges.
And next time, we're making it even harder.
See you in the next challenge.
Bye.
Bye.